together in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Allen off the play fake. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And a broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Vontaze Burfict in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. On 2nd down, here's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now a toss play to Bernard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Third down from the gun. Dalton He's got his man here. It's Green. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The connection since 2011. Dalton to Green for a Bengal first down. Dalton gives to Bernard. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And just like that, it's third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He finds Coleman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Allen looks to throw on second down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Dez Bryant, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And man, Charles, talk about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Allen looking to throw on 2nd down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A first carry now. This is Hill. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And out now, here come the Bengals. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got room to run past the 20. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, 95 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And he will. The ball comes out. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Gun! Detroit! Detroit!
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jordan Willis. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Throwing deep here for Coleman. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From midfield, here's Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play here for Buffalo. 43 yards. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7th. Now McCoy. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills get a bit closer.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. The Bengals getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A first down throw coming for Dalton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Buffalo after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Bernard. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down for the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Dalton to Green for a Cincinnati first.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now Bernard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Carry for Bernard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
52, 93, 44, 44.
And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Dalton's going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Here's Dalton. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And able to find Green. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Now Dalton. And an alley to run. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Nixon with a first down carry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now to the air. Dalton flushed out right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
We're good.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
I'll bet you as they ran out there for that play, the head coach either on his headset or he pulled him aside and told the special teams coordinator, whatever block you've got, pull it out of the bag right now. We need a spark.
When you could just feel it on their sideline, the air just kind of out of the balloon. Now maybe you're right, a spark, a little bit of hope.
That's when the special teams coordinator who works on this ad nauseum, I'm talking about morning, noon, and night, he's trying to figure out, okay, where's my best opportunity? Which one do I have? And he pulled the right one and got his team going and hopefully back into the game.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll go again to McCoy. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile.
And look at this, it's a fake. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd down, Dalton. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. Tenth carry now for McCoy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And the grab by Croft. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A handoff to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Irvin off the pitch. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Irvin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that, because the scouting report told you that this guy could flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
So now Dalton will lead the Bengals to the line as they'll come up and go for 2.
Hey, you got 3, you got 3.
Now a toss going left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Allen now on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To the air, Allen finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Corey Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills cut into that lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Mixon. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll run with Mixon down right around the 25. Now the Bills will take another timeout, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They give him a gain of 38. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Kelvin Benjamin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They go for just 1 here as it's up and good, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Bengals, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll look to